5.
Okay, we're live now, just so you know.
Yeah, no swearing.
So no swearing yet. We got an hour or so to go with that. So hey, there's 4 people in the watching us already.
Good.
They're
Good.
waiting for us. So
Yeah.
well, welcome everybody. I know it's been a while. It's been about 2 weeks since me and Ruff has had some fun. One reason why I recommended this, Ruff, is I was at that little convention with Mitch over last weekend, and Kev and Ralph, the developer for the Next War series, was playing Next War Iran.
Yeah, can't wait.
They're play testing that. That's actually a neat little map too. It's more horizontal, so it's kind of, think of it like the Africa series where it's horizontal maps. It's like a horizontal map and a half. So you should be able to fit it on one normal size table.
Yes.
So
we don't want any of this up and down malarkey.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, I've been wanting to play this. I know it was on your list last year to play it. So didn't get a chance.
I've got them all. And they're on my shelf for shame. And I was supposed to have a read through the rules, but life gets in the way. So Tony said, don't worry, you silly old limey. I will teach you the game.
Yes.
So that's wonderful.
So we're starting off with the first one. Hey, David. It's called Suwaki Gap. And what I like about this one, this particular scenario, is that it is really all about learning how to move and how to combat, which are the two most important things in any war game. Learning how to move and learning how to fight. So I think you would agree with me, Ralph. Those are
yes, I would.
So, and I'll be honest with you, the moving isn't much of a difference. To be honest with you, moving is moving, and we'll go through the counters to kind of show you all the pieces of the counter.
I think the thing that puts me off, and maybe puts other people off for this game, is this sort of air war and the naval side of it, which can get a bit confusing.
Once we get through this scenario, then we can move on to the air war and stuff like that. But you get the basics down.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was talking to Mitch about it, and I was telling him, because I've played all the basics or standard scenarios for India, Pakistan, which is a phenomenal game, by the way. Not too big on the first couple. Yeah, not too big on the first couple of scenarios, but their final kind of like full standard scenario was, I had so much fun. I was sending helicopters across into Pakistan, and they were, beating the Indian. It was all good. It was a lot of fun. So I think it's a great system, and it's not as difficult as everybody thinks it is. It's just procedural. Once you learn how to fight and move, and then there's the whole learning the game part.
Yes.
Once you learn the game, then it's like, okay,
you got to learn the
game. We'll get to the advanced scenarios, and it's like, okay, what do I attack with what? What's going to be important to attack with? So that's where we'll get into, and we'll get through that. But first thing you got to do is you got to learn how to maneuver, there's not much maneuvering in this, but how to move. And then you have to learn the combat procedures, because most games you have either column shifts or die roll modifiers. In this case, you have both, but it's not that confusing. They don't put the combat chart on the vassal module, so that's the only thing you'll need to have for. So if you guys want to come along, play along with this. Games from the front. This is Ty. Ty actually is the GTS guru. So he was who I played Greatest Day with. So really excited about that. That was really fun, by the way. I wasn't as successful as I was hoping to be, but yeah, Sword Beach had some issues as well. So it was a good time. So
another
back to it.
We've got to try. I've got to try as well. So
it's good for sure. So I'm going to take our mugs off here just real quick. The nice thing is almost everything I'm going to use here is on the vassal module. So if you want to jump in, if you're able to jump in on the vassal module, you're more than welcome to. We're playing the Next War Poland 2nd edition, so you can download that and you can jump in. But what's nice is
this module,
which is all the let me get this. All the information. I like this because it's got all the cards, all the counters, and everything on them. So it's kind of nice. You're not having to look in a book or anything like that. So counters are pretty easy when it comes down to it. You have just a few things on the counters that you really need to know. First one is, so there's the 3 numbers at the bottom. You have attack, defense, and your movement. Pretty easy.
Yep.
Now, what I love is there's defense. So certain units are better at defense than they are at offense. Okay, so that's really cool. So when you're defending, you use a defending number instead of just a general combat number. So I like it how certain units are better at defense, other ones are not as good at defense.
Oh, so you use whichever's the best, yeah?
Yep, yeah. So what's really nice is you put, if you're attacking, you send the attacking and things like that. So it's really, really cool. And then, so to make it easy for stacking, it's not a number of combat units. It's the stacking value here. Let's see if I can, I won't do it there. Okay. It's the stacking value. You can see it says stacking value right on it, but it's on the left side and it's circled.
In a black circle, yeah.
Yes, in the black circle. Most games, most things, terrain, it's going to be 4. So you add those up to, as long as it's 4 or less, you're good to go. Pretty simple. You can overstack, and there, of course, there are penalties for that and stuff like that. So, and then what's really interesting is you have this efficiency rating right here on the right-hand side of the unit. And we'll get into that, but that tells you that's how good the unit is. Okay.
That takes into account things like morale, training, and all that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Weapons.
And that can actually help create dramatic column shifts left and right to make it easier. And kind of what I like about the combat result table, which I'll get into, is it's actually set up by the type of terrain. So you have flat and woods, and it adjusts depending, the results will adjust depending on what terrain you have. Instead of just doing an instant terrain modifier, it actually, the combat results, and I'll kind of show this a little bit up here. So you have your combat results up here, or the terrain up here, and you go as far over. So some of the, like the flat woods, you don't use the first 4 columns. So you already know that the defender is going to be at the issue on that one. So it kind of works out great on that one, and you do want to roll low. So
oh right, okay,
yeah, because the first number is the attacker loss, and the second number is the defender loss. So you want to make sure you roll low on this one. So the efficiency, we'll get to that when we get into combat and things along those lines. Now, there are 3 types of units. I'm not going to get into the air units because we're not using them in this. We use what's called air points. So we're not going to be using them. So that's not an issue or anything like that to worry about. So I'm not going to worry on that one. What else? I was thinking of something else and now I can't remember. There is artillery. And if you go in, I'm going to kind of point it out here. Let me find one here. Right up here, I have it selected. That's artillery. Okay. And you see the little number, the exponent number, the 0.5.
Am I looking at the wrong thing? Hold on a sec. That's in Lithuania. Hold on.
Yeah, it's in Lithuania.
The 0.5.
Yes, the 0.5. Okay. So the 0, of course, is the combat number, but it's artillery, so it's a support unit. So the little 5 is the little 5 is the range. Okay, so it's 5 hexes. So as long as it's with within 5 hexes, it can support the units attacking, and that's really important because it does a column shift. It will shift the column for you. So having the artillery. Now, the artillery units themselves, like these, are only used in the standard game because in the advanced game, you have headquarters, and the headquarters actually, it's all incorporated in the headquarters. So in this case, that little 5 is, as long as it's within 5 hexes, it'll go through. So it won't be a problem and you won't have any issues on that. So, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, for some reason, that's weird. Okay. Let's see here. What else we got? There's types of movement. So if we go back to, let me go back to the thing up here. So we have leg movement, which is either it's a number that is not in a circle. Okay. So if you look, it's like a 4 individual, a 4 black, a 4 white. Now with the yellow number with the black around it, that's what they can do as a leg, but those are also mobile air mobile units that can be moved, and you can do that by 24. And we'll get to that. And then there's motorized, which is orange. So you just think of orange. And then mechanized, which is red. Okay. So, and then of course,
I know we're not doing much of that today, but what is the difference between air transport and air mobile?
The air transport goes from airbase to airbase.
Yeah.
Okay. Air mobile, think of paratroopers.
Right. Or dropping off troops.
Yeah, they're dropping off troops either by helicopter or something. It's ingrained in that unit.
So they're taking them to the battle rather than taking them to another base.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the difference.
It confused me when I read the rules many, many months ago.
Of course. You know, it all works out.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this.
But so the air mobile is you start at an air base and then you can go 24 hexes. No movement, no terrain issues or anything like that. But you can only land them in some certain case. You can land them in most cases, basically, as long as it's not mountains, high hills. There's like a few situations which we won't even run into.
The sea, things like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So urban, you can't drop them right into a city type deal. So things like that. There may be some. You usually drop them off next to an urban and then run them in. It's usually the way.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So that works out. So there are some air mobile units the allied player will get to have, and so I'll be able to show that off with them. So it's pretty simple on that one. I think what I'm going to have you do, Ruff, is we're going to have you be the non-allied. So you're going to be the Russian and Belarusian troops.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because they are on the initiative. And I think it'll be more fun for you to do that than sitting here defending from me. So, and plus then I have a few extra things I can show you as the allied player.
So what's the objective of this scenario?
Okay. So if you notice, like in 4108, there are 4 cities. 4 cities. Let me look, just make sure. 5 cities. Okay. So you have Bialystok, which what I'm going to do is I'm going to not erase, but like hide the, there we go. So I took off all the units. So if you want to like unhide it. So you have targets. So let's see. Elk right here is one of them. So you need to control it. Right now it's under control. Augusto.
Yeah.
That's another one. Slovaki. Or it's probably Slovaki.
Yeah.
Yep, that's one of them. Oleko is one of them. And I think, there's Bialystok.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that one's got, and right now they're all allied controlled. So
not for long, my friend. Not for long.
So what it is all of them except for Bialystok are 2 victory points.
Okay.
Bialystok is 4, and that's because it's all the way down there, and it's a heavy urban, and it's harder to attack. So whoever has the most, let's see, the side with the most VP at the end of game turn 3 in this scenario is the winner. If each side has the same VP total, the scenario is a draw. And there aren't any other VPs or anything like this. This is a very basic scenario, but it's really good to get your feet wet.
Good. And those little X's on the left-hand side, that's the extent of the map, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's your area. You're not really going to need to go too much. Other than if you notice your helicopters up here.
Oh, yeah.
They're just off. So what that is, so the helicopters, you see a 1 and a 12. Okay. That is, let me pull that back up. Yeah, hopefully that's on there. It should be. That is the combat support. So the first number is the combat support. So that's how many shifts, column shifts you get, okay, to the right to help you. And the second number is the range. Okay. So, and it's not like, that's like out 12 out, 12 back. So you don't have to think like it's only in, you can only go in 6 hexes. No, it's 12 from where you're starting. Okay. Right. So that's the only, and I think I've got one helicopter someplace out here
in the sea.
Yeah. All the way out here. Okay.
Oh, right.
So no, I actually have to. So these 3 units here that I put in the sea, I still have to place. Okay. So, I still have to place them onto the map and things like that. So, hey Matthew, how's it going?
Hi Matthew.
Yep, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm not promising anything.
Well, but Tony's got a big job on. He's teaching me from scratch how to play Next War. So looking forward to it tremendously.
Yep.
Good luck, mate.
Hey, if I can teach history to high school students, I can teach this to you. You actually have some background knowledge of how to play a war game. so
allegedly, right?
Allegedly. Okay, yeah, we'll go with allegedly on that one. Okay. So I pulled up the sequence of play. So Ruff, if you want to pull that up, it's up in the charts. You can either use your hand chart.
I've got my own here. I do like using my own copy. So
I do too. But this way, I like it because I can explain it.
You've got to explain to the peeps.
Yep, exactly. Yep. So this one will start kind of a little different, and there's a few things we are not going to have to do, but I'm going to explain it anyways. Okay. So first thing we would have is weather phase. Well, this scenario, it's all clear, so we don't have any weather in this scenario, but we would roll a die, see if what happens and things like that. Mainly because I don't think it matters because it's really the at sea stuff that makes a difference. Sometimes the helicopters too, if it's too heavy. We're not going to do the supply phase. That's optional, but it is fun. And later on, we will definitely add that. Now, here's what's interesting is there is an initiative and a contested turn. Okay.
Yes. Remember that.
If you have the initiative, which Ruff, you will have the initiative for game turns 1 and 2 in this scenario. And then it'll be contested for game turn 3. So when it's an initiative.
What does that actually mean?
Okay. That means you are starting. You're going to be the first player.
Yeah. If you've got the initiative, I get that. You start and do your phases.
But here's you get an extra phase at the beginning of the whole turn. An extra movement and combat phase, which is really kind of neat. And generally speaking, it's done by victory points. So if you have whoever has more victory points, they get the initiative. So actually having more victory points gives you a good possibility of getting more done. You'll be able to get more done. And generally those are the attackers and things like that. So, Hey, Cole. Cole's
Cole.
Just starting this series as well. So that's good.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Mitch has done and the development team. So I got to give Ralph credit too, because Ralph's a good guy. They've done a great job of building onto the scenarios at the standard game to build up the rules, because it is a little different, not completely, but there's a lot of stuff.
Well, once you get the standard rules down, you just add on the advanced rules. Yeah. So
and it really doesn't add that much to it. I mean, it does add a lot to it.
Yes, it does. Don't lie.
It does. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And it looks really fun. That's my next step. I got the standard rules down pretty good. My next step is to dig into the advanced rules, and I'm looking forward to that, because the air phase, the air looks so much fun. Watching people play that air phase is phenomenal. That's where I'll have Mitch on with us. When we hit the advanced game, Mitch will be. I'll make sure Mitch is on with us. So.
Yeah, you better be. Yes.
So.
Oh, by the way, boys and girls, if you're watching and you're not said hello in the chat, smash that like button for Tony. Just to he's doing a great job tonight for me. So if you're enjoying it, just smash that like button for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ralph.
That's me.
So usually in the standard game, there's an air and naval phase where you roll to see how many air points you get. Well, they're trying to keep this scenario simple, so you're just given air points each turn.
Right.
And you will get 4 air points the game turn 1. Or let me make sure I got the right scenario. Yeah, you get 4, 3, and 2. So game turn 1, you get 4. Game turn 2, you get 3. And game turn 3, you get 2. I only get 2 the entire each turn. So 2,
Good.
1, 2, 2, 2, 3. And those can help with column shifts and die roll modifiers and things like that. So we'll get to
because
that.
You've got more points to do air support and all that sort of thing.
Yes. Yep. So you can add them in there. And the helicopters don't count as air points. The helicopters are different support units.
Right.
That's really cool. So, but in this case, we won't have to do the air naval space. But if you look at the next one where it says initiative, movement, and combat phase, and it says initiative turn only.
Oh, this is the extra bit you were talking about. Yeah?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. So what happens is Ruff, you're the initiative player. You will move any and or all your combat units up to the extended movement points, air mobile, sea movement, blah, 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 everything.
Right.
So you get to move everything. And then you get to do a combat. Okay. Then you declare all your combats. Okay. You declare all your attacks, compute odds, and you can see the as you go through it. And we'll go through a couple combats, I guarantee you.
Good.
We'll go through it. We'll go through it slowly so everybody can kind of pick it up, and that way you can pick it up as well. And then,
by the looks of it, we've got a few peeps in the chat and watching that are just getting into it. So hopefully that will help them as well.
Oh yeah, anything. I tell you what, this is a great series. It's not as complex as everybody thinks it is. It looks it, but it's really not. If you follow the procedure,
it does solo well, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. The advanced, the only part that doesn't solo that well, but you can get around it, is the advanced air combat system. That's and that's because you're kind of like, okay, do I put these in? Who do I put in and stuff like that? But when it comes to the other stuff, it's pretty easy to do. Oh
my God! Watch out! Stand by your beds.
Thanks, Mitch. Behavior. If I say something wrong, please let me know. There's a lot of people in there, so but yes, best advice he told me, and I agree with him, is you follow the sequence of play.
We've got a few people watching, so you know.
And Mitch is here to keep me honest. So at least that's what he says. So, hey, I'm not going to try to pull a tweeze on you unless I literally forget.
Poor old Tweezy. He won't live that down.
No. Yeah, Mitch is working. That's why, he's kind of listening to me and working, which I don't know how he does that. But
get this Iran one out, Mitch.
Okay.
We're all waiting.
So, Ruff, after you do your movement and your combat segment, I, as the non-initiative player, have an elite reaction movement. Remember how I told you that efficiency number?
Yeah.
I can move all my 6, 7, or 8 efficient units.
Right. Yeah.
Not in an enemy ZOC, and that's around the sticks.
So this is more like just maneuvering your best troops ready for your. You can't actually go in and attack or anything.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, I can move them around. I can move them into zone of controls. So, like, if you attack something, don't quite kill it, but damage it, I can move him in there. Right. But once they're in there, they can't move. They have to start outside of the enemy zone of control.
Okay.
And then we have exploitation movement, which you can move units again that are not in enemy zone of control. So you can maneuver again.
Is that I can move the same unit twice then?
Yes. As long as it's not in an enemy zone of control.
Right.
Okay. Up to their full allowance, air, mobile, sea movement are allowed. So basically, you get to move everything as long as it's not in a ZOC.
Right.
Pretty simple. Now, then we have the exploitation combat. And so you can produce combat. You can fight again. The only problem is there is a 2-column shift left penalty.
I remember this from reading the rules a while back. Yes, it's at a disadvantage. Yes,
that's the disadvantage because they've been moving all the time. There may not be as strong.
They're a bit fatigued. Yeah, all that nonsense.
So that kind of works out that. And then I get to move so after you decide whether you're going to actually take that penalty or not, which by the way, I've rarely done, only as kind of a last gasp, last turn. I need to get
and some of the playthroughs I've watched, I've not seen anybody do that because they go, no, it's not worth it.
That two column shift is really a big deal because the odds, you have to have a great big odd differential.
Yeah.
So so, and then you have the reaction movement segment where I get to move all of my stuff, all the units. Now that's all of them. I can move all of them. It's not restricted. And then I technically could get my first combat in.
Oh, right. Yes, that's right.
So the non-initiative performs combat. So we do all that on an initiative turn, which is the first 2 turns of this series.
So this scenario is because I've got the initiative. This is like me surprise attacking.
Yeah, exactly.
With your pants down, sort of thing.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So like, oh crap, here we come. Here they come.
Oh look, there's tanks.
Yeah. So that happens on the initiative, which, like I said, you get the initiative on the first 2 turns. And it's contested. So on the 3rd turn, we don't do any of that. We go right to the basic, the basic movement and combat. And basically, you're the first player because whoever had the initiative previously is the first player.
So they sort of get a bit of an initiative.
Yeah, they get the first one. So you would move your stuff. And then fight.
Sorry, Tom. So contested just means you don't do the extra bit of the sequence of play.
Yes, you don't do the initiative, movement, and combat.
Right.
So, and like I said, when you're playing the regular game, it depends on victory points. So whoever has the most victory points, it's an initiative turn for that person. But if you're tied with victory points, then it's just the basic movement and combat turn.
Right.
Which is pretty easy when it comes down to it. So then you have that, and then the reorganization phase. So your helicopters, so the easy way to remember, you've used your helicopters, which, if I remember right, you can use them twice.
That's right, 90 degrees, isn't it?
Yep. So if they're so once we're done with everything, you can rotate them back to no missions used, so face up, so they're not on their blades. You remove all air point marker from the game, which I've got a way to make it easy. Reset all air mobile points. You remove tunnel markers, which that's next for Korea, which we're not doing, so we don't have to worry about tunnels. And then the clearing options, which I think is one of the best parts of the game.
Just going to say, Tony, I remember you saying this is one of your favorite bits in the game.
Because usually when you take over a city in most games, it's just there, you took it over.
Yeah.
But no. There is a clearing process that we have to go through, and if we get to it, we'll go over it. But needless to say, you randomly draw a clearing marker. It has a number on it. You have to, compare your stacking points to it and things like that. So it's crazy, and it's
different. I've not seen this in any other game.
No, it isn't.
It's not a done deal when you take over a hex.
Exactly. You don't have control of it just because you kicked everybody out of it.
You've got people. You've got the population.
Yeah, the partisans, and some of maybe the guerrilla attack. It's kind of like, think of the guerrilla tactics and things like that. So, with that, Extra Squeaky says it's quite refreshing. We're playing a non-tactical game.
I know we're tactical players, but this game I've got them all.
I think it's more tactical than most people think. I really do.
Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, it's not up. Well, it's operational,
strategic. I would consider more operational, strategic. Mitch will kind of jump in if I'm wrong on that. So
doesn't matter. It's a nice game. It's a good game. Yeah. But thanks for joining.
I have to come back in. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just come up. Look. Yep. Don't you have problems like we had with Don't you have problems like we have with Lock and Load Tactical? For goodness' sake.
Yeah. No. I should be able to jump in here real quick. Save game. Nope.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. You'll have to. Okay. I have to
we've got a few peeps in the room. That's cool.
Yeah, this is a series I think a lot of people want to learn how to play.
Yeah. No, but I mean in the actual room on Vassal, we got Ty, we got Timothy.
Yep. And we got me in there twice.
We got about 5 Tonys.
I'm multiplying. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can still see or anything like that.
Yeah, it looks okay now, Tone.
Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah. So then we have reinforcements and replacements. There is a difference. Pretty easy to understand the difference. Reinforcements, they're units that are given to you. Replacement, you get so many points. So in this case, where's the replacement points here? It's in the scenario. It's listed in this case.
Let's have a look while you're doing that.
Oh, here it is. So the Russians get 1 on game 1 and 2 on game 2. The Belarusians get 1. So basically, you can flip a unit that's been halved. So you basically replenish them so you can get them back up to full strength.
I'm just trying to find that because I've got reinforcements NATO, and it says game turn 1 Poland, game turn 1 Canada.
Go up higher than that. That's reinforcements. Yeah. It's right above. It says replacement points. So allies. So you get 4 air. I get 4 air mobile points. That means I can move 4 units. Air mobile points.
I got that. Yeah. Yep. Replacement points. Got it. Yeah. Yep.
So that means you can just flip the unit right back over, get it back to full strength.
Right.
Pretty simple. And then the reinforcements. That's the down here who gets what, and that comes in at the end of the turn, not at the beginning of the turn. So the reinforcements I get on turn 1 don't come until later in the game. So it works out pretty well.
Okay.
Victory determination. Well, obviously that won't be a problem because we go through turn 3 no matter what on this scenario, and then we go to turn 2. So it's actually pretty simple. Now, what's interesting with this scenario, we start. I got to set up a few things still.
What's the length of this scenario?
3 turns.
Oh, crikey! Right.
Yep. Now the first 2 will be longer because of the initiative movement and combat phase. Then the third one being the standard. Right. So the first 2 turns will be a little bit longer, and then the third turn won't be. Yeah. It starts with the non-allied initiative combat segment. Okay. So basically, in this case, you get to start off, and I'll try to help you out through this, Ruff. And see, it's scenario special rules at the bottom, page 21. If you're looking for it. Initiative.
Special rules, yes.
So the initiative, non-allied players initiative for game turn 1, game turn 2. Game turn 3 is contested.
Yeah.
And then the scenario starts with non-allied initiative combat segment. So if you look at your
sequence of play,
that is number 2. That is the second one. So you have the initiative movement. You're not going to get to move this turn on initiative. You just go right to number 2. So you'll get to start attacking right away.
Hold on. Initiative turn. Mine's different to yours.
What does it say? It shouldn't.
It's got number 1 movement segment.
I know, but in this scenario, we start with the initiative combat segment, which is number 2.
No, the wording's different on my, because this is the updated one, isn't it?
This is the updated one too. Are you on the advanced? You're not on the advanced. That's not the advanced one, is it?
No. Standard sequence, standard game. It's got naval phase. And it's got initiative, movement, and combat phase. Brackets initiative turn only. And then number 1, it's called movement segment.
Yep.
Number 2 is called combat segment.
You start on that one.
Right. Oh, they just left the word. Oh, look, they just left the word initiative out.
Yeah.
Right.
So you will get to attack right off the bat. So we get to we get to learn how to attack right away. Forget movement. We're just going to attack.
So am I up close and personal then?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You have several that you can attack with right off the bat.
It's attacking adjacent. You don't have to move into the hex.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Attacking is adjacent, and your so let's take a look at hold on. I need to do a quick setup, by the way. Hold on.
What are these ones down the bottom for me? I've got a black Belarus.
Those are yours.
Very apt color.
Those are Belarusian.
So what am I going to do with those?
You're going to attack Ballystock with those.
So those are my sort of off-board air units, yeah?
Yes. So yes, you'll have and you get 4. Now this helicopter, if I remember right, I got to remember what it said. It can go anywhere in Poland. So you have to move that to any airbase in Poland.
Right. What now?
Oh wait, no, that's mine. Hold on. No, any Belarus land area. Sorry. So you have this little area right here, and you can put it anywhere in that land area.
That's little Belarus, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So and there is a little like tree area up there.
Yeah.
that goes there. While my helicopter I have to put anywhere in Poland. And I do believe, like I said, it's a
So what nationality is that? I haven't got the nationality colors out. White.
Okay, the black ones are Belarusian.
Yeah, I've got that. And
the brown are the Russians.
Right. And you've got white. Which I could find that. Is that Polish?
Yeah.
Right?
It's in the standard. It's in the rules.
Is it in the rules?
No. It's. I'm sorry. First page of the Poland game specific rules.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, Poland. White is Poland. I do remember.
Yep. So I have white. I have the neon green, which is Belgium.
God, Mitch, do something about the colours. I'm colourblind here. You know, put little symbols. Put little symbols in the top right corner or something, or in the middle or something. He's going to tell me to bog off, isn't he? So
now those are NATO troops, and I got to remember this. Oh, I got to remember this real quick. I'm sorry.
No, go on.
Some rules set up. The core of rapid. These are NATO formations. And yeah, blah blah blah. Because they can be together. Okay, that's right. Certain people can't go together. So.
Oh, that's because of language and things like that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But these are NATO troops. See how they're? Oh, you can't see. But where I put new units here, they're pink in the middle. You might be able to see the pink. I don't know.
What, the NATO symbol?
Yes, the NATO symbol is pink. Yeah. So they can be. I can if I do it, and I place those anywhere. I just have to look at this real quick. I wanted to make sure. Yeah, those I place anywhere in any setup area. Yeah, any of the listed hexes above. So anywhere where I already have units. I think I'm going to move them back up.
Aha. Thank you, Mitchell. Thanks, Mitch.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah.
He's thinking of you.
That's nice to hear, Mitch. Nice to hear.
Okay. So I've set those up, and I have to put my helicopter anywhere in Poland. Let's see here. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Dang it. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Oh, I'll put him here because that's Poland. Yep, that's Poland. So I'll put him. I put them over to the side.
So they're flying in from Poland.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So I have some U.S. helicopters as well, which are the AH-64.
Yeah.
And I have the Mi-24s for the Polish. So I've got that. And so you need to put your, which is interesting because you have an Mi-24 anywhere on that Belarusian on the map there.
Well, I can't go in the mountains. That's mountains here, isn't it?
Yes, those are mountains. Yes. Actually, that's just rough.
How do you do that little red circly thing?
Alt and then click.
There. That's rough. It's not the best place for a chopper, is it? So,
yeah, that's rough. Although that's rough. So that's just rough. Mountains there are no mountains in this.
No.
I don't think there's any mountains on this map anywhere, actually.
All right. Well, we'll plop him there then.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That works. That'll be good. So I've set up everything I've got.
Oh, actually, no. Maybe I'm attacking Bialystok with that, aren't I? So maybe move it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah. Right.
Okay. So here, I'm going to help you out, Ruff, with this. So we'll go through this together.
You know me in tactics. You know, when we're playing lock and load tactical, I could see Devin face palming himself. So,
so we're going to go ahead and go through the Bialystok attack. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you would do is you would attack with everybody there.
What's these MiGs in the sea doing? What do we place those?
Those are your air points. So when we get to putting air points in, you'll just grab one and put in there. Right. And that way we know we've used it.
Okay.
So you get 4. You don't have to worry about any of the numbers or anything like that. It's just
they're just representing air points.
Yes, exactly. I saw Mitch do this when he was doing his, and I thought it, and I used it when I played it, and it made it a lot easier to do it that way.
Great. Yeah. You got a physical count of your air point
for that. Yeah. So I thought, Mitch had a great idea with that, so I went with it as well.
Well, we'll let him off. We'll let him off because he's the designer. So
yeah. So what you would do is you would attack with the Belarusians in Bialystok. Okay. So you would add up the attack factors.
So we've got the 19th and the 120 guards. That's 6.
Mm-hmm.
And the 11th and the 6th West. That's another 6.
Okay. So you have how many right there?
We've got this. What's that thing with the arrow thing? Is that some arsenal?
Those are rocket. It's their support ones. See how that's got the 0-4?
Yeah.
So you're going to use those for support.
So that's just a column shift. They don't actually add up to the combat.
They don't add any. Yeah, they help with the column shift. So yeah. So you're going to take those. So that's 12.
Yeah.
I have. Oh wait, there's one. Hold on 1 second, real quick.
What have you done? What?
After setup, non-allied player must reduce 1 armored brigade and 2 motorized infantry brigades within 3 hexes of an allied unit.
So I've got to do that.
Yes, you've got to do that. So pretty much, everything you have is armored.
Yeah, but did it have to be the ones attacking Bialystok?
No, it can be as long as it's within 3 hexes of an allied unit. So that's basically any of them. So the only ones you really can't would be this guy here, this guy here.
Yeah.
Because they're artillery.
They're artillery or support, yeah.
So what you would do is you would right click on it and flip it. Which menus, status, and reduce. They actually have it. It's Control R if you want to do that. So
menu, status, reduce. So I'm going to do this one up in near, and excuse my pronunciation of these Lithuanian places. Vilkalviskis up there.
Okay.
That's because he's out the way for the moment.
Yep, that's perfect. So you got to do. So what is it? So that's an armored. So you need 1 armored brigade. So that's an armored brigade and 2 motorized infantry brigades.
Now, what's the symbol for those?
The motorized infantry are.
Hold on, I've got it here. Motorized. Ah, right. Okay. That's the cross with the little dots or something.
Yeah.
I can't see any. Let's have a look. What we got here? What's those? Those are. They're mechanized infantry. Not mechanized, motorized, yeah?
Yeah. I think that would count as the same thing because I don't see.
I can't see any motorized.
No. So I think it's kind of, same thing.
Bialystok, I don't know.
Yeah. So basically the armored with the
with the cross on it. Yeah. I can't remember the words, but that's the word for it. But that crosses represent the old things that the infantry used to wear, the crossbands.
Oh yeah, okay. I know what you're thinking of, but I can't think of it either.
I can't think of the blooming word. So we'll have this one out here. Reduced. Another one. Is that right?
Yeah, one more and that's it. I almost forgot about that. I almost gave you some extra benefits there.
Oh, nasty. All right. Well, we'll do this one just for the giggles. There we go. Right.
Okay. Okay. So now let's go ahead and do our attack. Okay.
Yep.
So what's interesting is they gave really cool markers here for combat odds. So you have 12.
Yeah.
Okay. How much defense do I have in Ballystock?
You got 10.
Nope.
No, 4.
4. Okay. So 12 to 4 is what?
3 to 1.
Okay. Bingo. 3 to 1. We'll start off with that. So I made this. There's these little things here which they included, which is
really that's cool.
Yep. So that I thought that was cool too. Okay. So that way we can see what it is. Okay. Now let's go through the sequence of play for this. So you declared the attack. So you're attacking all there. Okay.
Yeah.
We compute the initial odds 3 to 1. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now we determine column shifts. Okay. So the efficiency. So what you do is you take the highest efficiency and my highest efficiency,
which looks like 5 for me.
I have a 6.
Oh, you rotter. Right.
I know, right? So that is going to be a column shift. Okay. We also do have to look in the urban.
So, yeah, 3 to 1. And we column shift back to the left.
Yep. So what would it become? Then it would become
2 to 1.
2 to 1. Okay. But I'm not going to complete. Okay. So that's the first one. So the efficiency. Now we need to attack into a city or fortification. Well, it's into a city.
Hold on. So, I'm looking at something different here.
Okay. Oh, sorry. At the bottom here. It's the brown. It's the brown one on the bottom on the CRT.
Don't say words like brown to me. Say things like the one in the middle.
Down the farthest left, the bottom left-hand corner. It says column shift.
Column shift. That's in the middle.
Oh, we must have different ones then. Okay. Anyway, whichever one says column shifts, that's the one.
Yep, right.
Okay. So we did an efficiency.
Yeah.
So now it's attacks into city or fortifications.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So 2 to the left.
Wait. Oh, hold on.
What?
Thank you, Mitch. He caught me on this. Leg units are doubled in urban. I probably would have gotten to it, by the way. So it's actually 1 to 1.
So your whatchamacallits, your paras in there, yeah?
Yep. Are 6.
Are 6.
And my recon in there is a 2.
Does that get doubled as well? Are they leg?
Oh. No, that's not leg. So
no.
It would be 7. Yeah. So it'd be 7.
So 6, 7, right.
And he said, so 1 to 1 with remainder, which is a die roll modifier. We'll get to that. Okay. So it's not officially 1 to 1, but it's 1 to 1 with a remainder. Oh, he says it might actually be 3 to 2.
3 to 2. You mean 1.5 to 1, yeah?
Yeah, 1.5 to 1. Yeah, 12 to 7, right. Yep. So yeah, 1.5 to 1.
Bloody ratios, good grief. Right.
Yeah. There is a 3 to 2. I think on here.
There isn't.
No, there isn't.
It's a 1.5 to 1.
Why are you telling me 3 to 2, Mitch? There's not even a 3 to 2 on the column.
It's 1.5 to 1. Same thing. Simplify.
Yep. 1.5 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1.5 to 1. Then we had a column shift over for efficiency.
This isn't looking good for me, is it?
Well, we're going through this, and you can see how hard going into an attack. But
yeah, into a city, urban area.
But you have some other column shifts. Yes, Mitch. History versus math. Yes.
I'm looking at my vassal thing. I can't see he's moaning at you. I love it. Yeah, it's reverse math. Yeah.
Oh, Mitch is a good friend.
I try and tell him, Mitch, that when you do fractions or ratio, you simplify. You cancel, cancel down. That's what I tell my students anyway.
Okay, so we had the 1 column shift for the efficiency.
Yep.
So that makes it 1 to 1. And now it's into a city. So that will make it 1 to 2.
Good grief.
No, 1 to 3. 1 to 3 because it's 2 shifts over, right?
Yeah.
1 to 3 or greater. But, oops, that's not what I wanted. There's other column shifts that are going to help you.
Right.
Okay.
Is it the next one? Surprise. Are we surprising you?
No.
What?
Not that one.
No.
But no exploit, because it's not exploit. It's not amphibious. No. But you have 2 support attack. You have 2 support units. You have the rockets. That's what these are right here.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to shift it back over to 2.
So back to 1 to 1.
Oh, it's urban. It's urban. Thank you, Mitch.
Good job. He's here.
Yep. Yeah. I was glad he picked. It's urban. Thank you, not city. Oh, let's see. He said city is in hex terrain. Oh, it's in hex. Okay.
Well, it's urban. Yeah.
It's urban. Okay.
So
in that case, it's still 1 to 1 because it's not urban. So still 1 to 1. But you have 2.
City. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
You have 2 support units.
So back to 2 to 1.
Nope. You have 2 support units, so it goes up to 3 to 1 because it's 1 column shift per. So as the attacker, you can have 2 column shifts.
So where are I starting from? Still starting from 1.5 to 1?
Yes. So 1.5 to 1.
And then 3 to 1. Gotcha.
Yep. So down to 1.5 to, or down to 1 to 1.
Have you got the combat results table there so peeps can see? It's all right for me. I've got my card copy here.
Unfortunately, how is it 2 to 1?
Well, it started from 1 to 1, didn't it?
No, it started 1.5 to 1. So it went from 1.5 to 1.
Yeah, it went down, then went down another one because of
1 to 1.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the 1.5 to 1.
Yeah,
God.
because
So 2 to 1 is it. Okay.
Right.
2 to 1 is it. So we have 2 to 1. So that's our column. So that's what column we're going to go under. Okay.
Not great. Don't look great. It's
a
shame you can't show it.
So then we have the DRMs. Yes, I got it, Mitch. I figured it out. The 1.5 screwed me. So I was looking at this and not that. Okay. Anyways, so it's urban. Okay. DRMs.
Can I not bring me MiGs in?
That's where we get to now.
Oh, excellent. Right.
Okay. So, and because they're combat, they're DMR, they're DRMs.
Yeah.
So the air points. Let me see here. So we got column shifts. Hold on. Decide attack helicopters, air points, and naval units to combat support missions. So now we do the air. Okay. So now you do get to choose.
Now, hold on.
Now, you can do a maximum of 2 units may support. Or 4, sorry. You can send all 4 if you want to. But that's all the 4 you have for this turn.
Yes,
Mitch. Yeah, we're just using them to represent the number of points. Yes, that is correct. Because we don't use the actual count.
Yeah.
So you can use all 4 points if you want, because in a standard air game, you can use up to 4 air points and 2 helicopters. May support attack. You only really have one within range.
Yeah, got that. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're going to throw that helicopter in.
Well, we'll do that anyway. Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and move it to like by Bali side.
Oh, we actually move it, yeah?
Well, you can, move it, and then we can rotate it later. Okay, and then how many air points are you going to use?
Now, I could use the lot because this is a big victory point.
Yes.
Place. Now, if I use the lot, that's it, isn't it?
Yes, for this turn. Next turn, you get 3 new points.
Right, so what we'll do, we'll use all 4. Let's go bonkers.
Okay.
Can I use up to 4, or is it just...
Yeah, up to 4.
Up to 4, right.
Yeah, standard air, a maximum of 4 air points. The other thing is
yeah,
I get to send in air points as well.
Oh, sort of anti-aircraft, yeah?
Yes,
or
exactly.
Or, no, just interceptors, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anti-air in this? Are you trying to shoot down me helicopter and MiGs?
I think the anti-air is the standard air defense.
That's the one. Yes, ADF. Yes.
Yes.
So I do remember bits.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going over this real quick. So you have the...
Hi, Gareth. Glad you made it.
Yeah, spent an hour updating Vassal just to jump in to say hi. All right, cool. That's cool, though. I like that. Okay. Let me get the scenario back up here. So you are advantaged, by the way.
How come?
For the air. That's going to matter here in a minute.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yep. Okay. So, okay. Standard air. You know, I had it. Okay. So you're putting all 4 of yours. I am just going to...
What do I do with these? Do I turn them upside down?
Yeah. Rotate them upside down.
How do we do that?
Select them all and then right click, and there's probably some.
Well, it says disadvantage, menus, status. Oh, hold on. What's this?
I don't know if that's going to help on that one.
Well, I know I've used them. You know I've used them.
Yeah, so we don't really need to worry too much on that. So. Okay, so we've declared all of ours. So attacker first, 9.2.
So sorry, Tony. So what do the helicopter and the MiGs do? Do they column shifts again, or
no? Those are going to be die roll modifiers.
Oh, roll modifiers. Gotcha.
Yep.
Right.
The max you can do is a plus or minus 6. So you do have a maximum on that. Cole says, "There goes the neighborhood."
Go Belarus! Yeah. Oh, that's give me. They're unsubscribing. I can feel it. Right, hold on. Just a game.
Okay.
Just a game.
Yeah. So I put my 2. I'm going to put my 2 in. Okay. So I just put my 2 in because I agree. This is a big one. I want to kind of cancel out some of your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, but now I have to roll if either side has committed air points or helicopters to the land engagements. Air defense is resolved immediately. So if you go to the standard, and I'm going to pull it up on the board here.
Righto.
Not that one. Miscellaneous.
Oh, Tweez is in. What's your Tweez?
Yep. Okay, so standard game air defense. So I am the firing, or you are the flying side, and you have the advantage.
Sorry,
okay.
I'm the what? The firing or the flying?
You're the flying side. So think of the firing side as the people on the ground.
Oh, because it's air defense. Yes.
Right. Yep. So if you think of it that way, you have the advantage. So it is on that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th column where it says flying side has an under advantage.
Right.
That's what I'm going to roll on. Okay. So the result, the number of air points or attack helo points which do not support the combat. That's so if I get an abort, Combat support missions have no effect. Okay, so if I roll a 1, 0, or less than 1, they go away.
What, my planes?
That's correct.
They
Mitch,
get
if I'm wrong, please let me know. But
they get the wobblies because of the air defense is so
yes,
intense.
yeah.
Right.
So there's no effect. They don't affect anything.
Right. Throw a 3.
Okay, hold on. So, are there any air escorts? Because you could label some as combat support and combat escorts. So
No,
out of the 4, you could say, okay, 2 are combat support, 2 are escorts. If you have the escorts, that's a +1 for each one.
But it's not as good as them all being combat support.
Okay, yeah. So Mitch said roll 1 for the air points and 1 for the helicopter.
Oh, you got to do the advantage twice, yeah?
Yes, yep. The
Now,
number is what matters. Okay.
So how many what's the DRM on combat support?
That's what do you mean? It's for you it'd be a -1.
So and what would it be for escorting? Is it what I'm saying? Is
you don't get anything for escorts? They're just there to help
they're there to protect the combat support, yeah?
Yes.
You've got to throw a 3, 1 or less, or 1. You've got to throw a 1, basically.
Yeah.
There's no DRM to the die roll, is there?
I don't think so. So target hex is adjacent to hex containing an enemy armor or mechanized unit. I think I do have an armored unit in there. Yes, I do have an armored unit in there, so I would get a -1.
All right.
Okay, so basically the worst case scenario is you will lose 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because Mitch just said, for example, he brings 2 air points and you roll a 0, that's a -1. So only 1 air point makes it.
Yeah, because 0 on this is 0, isn't it? I roll.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, no, 0 is a 0.
I'm gonna go. No, let's go for it.
Okay, so you're gonna go all 4.
All 4.
And so I'm just gonna get a -1. Attacking helicopters, air mobile unit flew over enemy units. That did not happen.
Right.
Okay. So I'm only looking at this. So you got. So we'll do the helicopter first. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, with the helicopter, I roll a dice. Let's go ahead and roll it, and we'll figure out.
Just roll it. Roll it.
Okay. So where's it at? There it is.
Where's the die?
1. It's a 2. I just missed.
-1 is 1. What?
Wait, hold on. Because let's see here. Yep. So that is a 1. So you lose your helicopter.
So what happens to that?
It just goes back. It like aborts.
But it just goes back and lands, yeah?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And
does it get turned?
Yes, it gets turned 90 degrees.
I don't think I can do that though.
I bet Mitch has got it set up so it does.
I've got helicopter range, attacking moves, reduce, surrender, eliminate, out of supply, isolated, support mission. No, I can't see anything.
Oh, okay. For the helicopter, it turns the 1 into a 0. Okay, thank you, Mitch, because I was weird on that. So basically, I think put it as combat support. Put for status.
Yeah.
Put it as support mission and see what happens. There we go. We got 1. There's a little.
What is that?
A strike and a lightning bolt.
So that means it's attacked, yeah, and done.
One
right,
time.
okay.
Yep.
Righto.
Okay, so now I'm going to roll for the advantage for the flying, for the air points, for the 4, MiGs coming in. And I rolled a 9, so all 4 get through.
Excellent. That's what I was hoping. Just a shame about the heli chopper.
Okay, but now, yeah. Hey, Yeah, that's what he said. Mitch, does he fire against mine? I think you fire against mine.
Right, gotcha.
My air points. But in this case, you would be on the advantage because you're the firing side. So you roll on that advantage table for firing side. So basically the opposite column, the flip-flop. So you got to roll to see if I lose any of my points.
I've got to roll. What am I doing? Explain.
So
Sorry.
go to this standard defense table again.
The air defense, yeah.
Yes. You're firing, but you have the advantage. So you're the firing advantage side.
So let's get this straight for me and for other people watching who don't know what's going on. When you were firing your air defense at me, I was using the flying side.
Yep.
Now I'm attacking. I'm using the firing side.
You're firing, but you have the advantage in this case.
Not superiority or supremacy. No,
you're just advantage.
Right. Okay.
That's per the scenario rules, by the way.
That's the thing. This table changes side depending what I'm doing.
Yes, exactly.
I'm flying in. You're attacking me with your air defense, so using the flying side. I've got past that. Now I'm firing at you.
Now you're firing at mine, like using your units.
Yeah, firing at your planes.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
So you can, and so I don't think there's you have mobile. Do you have armor there? Yes, you do. Yeah. Armored infantry. Did armored infantry armor or mechanized unit? Yes, you do. So you get a -1 to this die roll. So you need a 5 or less to cause me issues.
5 or less. So
because it's 4 or less, and then you get a -1.
Oh, I see. That's you aborting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Where's the die then?
It's up in the middle.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. Here we go. Ready. 2
-1 is a 1. Oh shoot! At least it's not a 0. So I lose 1 of my points.
So that -1 in the brackets next to the abort is the amount of units you abort. Right.
The amount of points I can't use.
Hold on. I need to go into how do we stop it jerking about because you're moving it?
Oh, hit file, preference, and then it's center on opponent's moves.
Untick. Gotcha. Right. Thank you.
Okay. So in this case, now let's go through let's back to this scenario or back to this.
That's the air defense fire done with, yeah?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now we determine the die roll modifiers.
Okay.
Okay. So in this case, that's where we go through here. So helos. Now, you didn't have a helo.
Sorry, Tony, I just want to say this looks like a load of palaver, but it's only because we're learning. Once I assume, and I can see once you get to know the sequence of play, this will whiz through, won't it?
Yeah, it'll whiz through. Yeah. We're taking a lot of time going through this.
Because I ain't got a clue.
Well, and you're not the only one. So, and we have the expert here. So
the man himself.
Okay, so it's a subtract number if you have it. It's a positive if I have it for the combat support. Okay.
Yeah, because I need to roll low. You need me to roll high. Yeah.
Exactly. So you didn't have any helicopters make it.
No.
Nope. You had 4 points.
Sorry, what thing are we looking at now, Tony? Sorry.
It's the blue DRM's combat support. It's underneath the combat results table.
Hold on, lost a combat.
I would say blue, but that doesn't help because I think we're using different ones.
Sorry, DRM combat support.
Yes.
It's blue. It's okay.
It's blue. So first thing, helicopters didn't have any. Second one, I'm just seeing if I have those. No, okay. Okay. But you have 4 air points, so that's a -4.
Yeah, because of combat support, yes.
Okay. I actually have 1 point, so that means you're a -3.
Yep, gotcha.
Okay. We're not doing advanced air, so now we do the general DRMs.
Yep.
Okay. -2. Are you attacking from 5 or 6 hexes? No.
No.
You're only attacking from 2.
Oh, I see. That's the actual land units. How many
Yep.
hexes they're attacking from? Yep,
Yep.
there's 2 lots. Yep, gotcha.
Yep. -1 for 3 to 4. Nope. We're gonna go through these just for everybody to be.
Yeah, just for the first time.
Yep.
Yeah. Shame you can't show it.
Yeah, I know. Mountain infantry attacking in Highland Woods, mountain or high mountain. Nope, that's not a problem.
Hmm.
Light infantry attacking in non-flat woods or city terrain. No, because none of you don't have light armor.
No, and it says city, but this is urban. Yeah.
Yeah. -1 for initial odds calculation for remainder. This is where you get a -1 here.
Because I've got a bit left over.
Yep. So that's one of the other cool things about this system is you're not wasting units. So if you don't have, if you have too much or if there's remainder, you get a -1 on that.
What you're saying is if you work out the ratios by dividing one into the other,
yeah,
and if it goes exactly, great. If it doesn't, that remainder isn't wasted. You can now add it as a DRM.
That's correct. Yep.
Or take it away as a DRM. Yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Right.
So now you're back to -4.
I like this. Yes, keep going.
+1 for light infantry. I don't think I have light infantry because those are paratroopers. +1 if the defender is an installation, airfield, or town. Well, it is a town.
So urbans are classed as town, yeah?
Yep.
Right.
So that'd be back to -3.
-3, yeah.
I'm not a mountain infantry, so we'll just skip that one.
Yeah.
+1 per additional formation attacking. So you see how you have you have a green and a blue unit? The NATO symbols?
The NATO symbol, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
one's green and one's blue.
Yeah, well, I'll take your word on the green. One's different, one's blue. Right.
Okay. You have 2 different ones.
Yeah. You see the problems I have, Tony.
Yeah, I get it. I do get it.
Nightmare. But I can
so
see
you're going to add
the
one
difference
because
between
you
the
use
two.
more than one formation.
Yeah, I can see the difference between the two. So that's +1.
Yep. Per additional formation. Well, you only had, so it's +1. So
it's a disadvantage to attack with different formations.
Oh, Mitch just told me paratroopers are light infantry. Oh, that is okay. That is light infantry.
I thought they would have been, but anyway, yeah.
So what's the light infantry? If I'm defending in a non-flat woods or city terrain.
No, it's not city, is it?
No, it's urban. Light infantry defending non-flat. Oh, yeah. So that's +1. I think. Yeah. No. Sorry. That would be.
I don't think it applies. I think
no, it's not a town. It is not a town.
I think. Is it a city?
It is a city.
Okay, right.
It is a city. Yep. Okay, but it's not a town. So the +1 for defender and installation is in a town is not there.
So I was at -4. Now I'm at -3. Is that right?
Yeah, minus. Let's see. Let's go through this. Light infantry defending. Oh yeah, so it is. Yeah, you're at -3.
Yeah,
because it's defending a city terrain.
Yep.
So it's now +1 for multiple formations.
Yeah, why is that? Why is that a disadvantage?
Coordination. You're coordinating 2 different ones.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
So yes.
So -2.
-2. Yep. Combined attacks for different nationalities. Note US,
No.
UK. Okay, that doesn't matter because you're just all Belarusian here.
You're at Belarus, but different formations.
Yep.
Right.
And the other ones don't count.
-2, eh?
So you're a -2, and you're on the 2 to 1.
We've got to throw high then, haven't we?
No, low.
Oh, low, no, because the first one's the attacking, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, do we roll with a -2? Ready?
Yep.
Get it through.
Oh, no.
Yes. Get in. Back of the net.
Okay, so what that is, so it's a 1 on the 2-to-1 in this urban.
Yeah.
So you lose 1 step.
Now,
I lose 1 step and I retreat. Although units defending cities or forts may voluntarily ignore results in a CTR by passing an ER check. Units defending in this terrain or in cities or forts. Oh, that's if it's in that terrain, which
well, you're in the
that's not in
city,
there.
aren't you? You're in a city.
Yeah. But no, that's oh yeah, okay, so it would be urban. So I can ignore retreat results.
That don't sound right.
Well, yeah, you're in a city.
I know. You're just moving around in the buildings, aren't you? So
Yes. Yes. If I pass ER check.
What's an ER
Okay.
check?
That's efficiency rating check. And I've never done that, so I have to look.
No, right.
So
what's the efficiency rating? That's the number on the right-hand side, isn't it?
that is correct. Yes. ER check 2.33. Thank you, Mitch, for having this thing indexed so freaking well.
It does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yes.
Especially when you're learning the game.
So when making a check, roll a die if the die is equal to or less than.
Now, which one do you pick? Do you pick the highest?
What was that?
You pick the highest efficiency rating or the lowest? Because you've got 2 types of units in there.
Yeah. Well, I got to take a hit first. And I'm going to actually send the recon unit. It's going to die.
Oh, because it's already reduced.
Yeah, it's already reduced.
Oh.
That only leaves 1 unit.
So it has to be 6 then.
Against the lowest ER. So yeah, it would have been the lowest, but he's gone.
Yeah.
So I do have a 6 there. So let's see. Equal to or less than. I got a 2. So he doesn't move.
Rats.
So, but you took out my Polish recon unit.
Oh dear. I've got to reduce one of these, haven't I? So
yes.
I don't think there's much of they're all much of a much. It's all the same, aren't they?
They all are.
Yeah, so I'll just do this one then. Reduce. There we go. So that's my attack over.
Yep.
Now, it took a bit of a while, but hopefully now it'll be a bit quicker.
Yep. The unit you use for the ER shifts has to take... Oh,
right.
Ooh.
So you've got to bring back that thing and roll. You still would have done it, though, with 5, wouldn't you?
I think I rolled... What did I roll?
2.
I rolled a 2. Yeah, it would have happened.
Would have done it. So, yeah.
Okay, so I don't have to re-roll it. Okay. But nice to thank you. The unit and the other thing is if you had to take multiple losses, you have to spread them out.
Like that's pretty standard though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Most lot of games do that. Yeah.
So if you have to take multiple losses, you have to each one has to take a loss
before the next one takes the second one. Yeah.
Okay, so now there are other attacks you can do.
Oh yeah, they're up the top there, aren't they?
Yep. There's 2 more you can do if you want to.
Now you're in the pine foresty thing, which is flat woods.
Yep.
No combat effect.
Nope.
So I think it's worth a go. Yeah, I think it's worth a go. So I've got 4. Mind you, it's 4 to 3. That's like, you know, one to 1 and a bit left over, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be 1.5 to 1 again to start off with. But you get that modifier. Okay. So column shifts. So this is where you're going to like it now. That ballet stock was so. Okay, so 1.5 to 1 is the initial.
Well, it's 1.5. Yes, it is 1.5 because it's 1.75. 3. 1.3 to 1, isn't it? So is that 1.5? Is it 1.75? No. 4 divided by 3 is 1.33.
1.3. Yeah, no, it's 1 to 1. Mitch is right.
Yeah, that's right, because it's not enough. Maths.
Yes. I teach history.
Yeah. I tell you what, there is no disgrace when we play games with these ratios is to get a calculator. And have that by, no, seriously.
Yeah.
And just divide the big number into the little number and see that's your ratio to 1 then. So it's
what's nice is combat is exactly the same in the advanced rules, except for some of the modifiers are different.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of games use ratios, so it's 1.3 to 1. So it's 1 to 1, but I get the little left over.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're not wasting that 1 unit. I absolutely love that.
It's great. It's great. Yeah.
Okay. So you could send, you do have some helicopters. Oh, wait. Hold on. We're not there yet. Sorry.
Wait a minute.
Efficiency. We need to do the column shift. So efficiency. What's your efficiency?
My efficiency is 6. They're quite good units.
Yep. Actually, that's like average.
Oh, is it? Oh, sharp. All right.
Mine's a 5.
Right.
So what do we do? Attackers minus defenders efficiency.
So we've got declare attacks, compute initial odds, determine column shifts. Where's the efficiency bit?
It's on the column shifts on the CRT at the bottom.
Gotcha. Yeah. So efficiency, there's a difference of 1. So that's a shift to the right.
Yep.
So that's 1.5 to 1. Yep. Any others? Attack into city? No. Surprise? No. Exploitation? No. Amphibious artillery support? We do have artillery support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the rocket artillery support.
I might save that.
The only thing is I want it because it's only useful for that formation, if I remember right.
Oh, of course, yes, the color thing again. Yes, that's right, because that makes sense. The other one going, no, you don't. You're not part of our formation. So that is a what? That's a column shift, isn't it?
Yep.
Max of 2. So
you only have 1, so it's only going to be
another column shift to the right. 2 to 1. Yeah.
2 to 1. Yep.
Now that's the column shifts go. Both sides allocate attack helicopters, air points, and naval units. So I have none left.
You have 2 helicopters, though.
Where are they? Oh, up the top there. Oh, gotcha. Yep. Yeah. Do I want to save them? They don't matter what formation, does it?
No, it doesn't. One's got a 2.
Yeah, one's bigger than the other.
Mm-hmm. And you can only do a maximum of 2.
Well, let's send one in. Let's send the smaller one in.
Okay.
So we're sending this one into here. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Good.
And I'll save the other one for the other attack.
Yep.
Resolve
no air points. But now we have to see if your helicopter survives.
So resolve air defense fire.
Yes. I don't have anything I'm sending. So you won't have to roll. Only I will.
Sorry, I'm the flying side. So you've got nothing, though. So what happens now?
I still have to roll, but I do have some modifiers. So target hex is in or adjacent to a hex containing an armor and mechanized, which that's true. So that's a -1.
Yeah.
And technically, helicopter air mobile flew over enemy unit, not including target. Well, you had to. So plot your course and see if you run over anything. You get 12 hexes.
Right.
So
right. Okay. I'll put him back. We go 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Did you fly over any of my units?
No, I flew around the top
Okay.
there and come round. No.
That's fine then. Good. You don't. So I get a -1. And I rolled an 8, so that helicopter survives.
Great. Yes.
So now mark it as used. So right-click status, and then support.
There isn't support.
It's sorry.
There we are.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that one. So air's done.
So now we've got
the DRMs.
Okay. Which is on the
combat results table.
Combat results. That's what I'm having a thingy day. Right, hold on. So DRMs. Minus DRM for attacking combat support. So that's a -1, is it?
Yeah. So helicopter -1.
So we're down to, what was it before?
Well, it's 2 to 1.
So it's 3 to 1.
So it's just -1.
Oh, okay. These are DRM, so it's -1. Sorry.
Yep.
I
think
standard at no airport. No, I think now general DRMs.
Mm-hmm.
We're not attacking with lots of hexes. Attacking in Highland Woods. No, that's flat woods, isn't it?
Yep.
Light infantry attacking. No, these are all armor, aren't they?
Yep.
Well, I say one armor unit, or motorized armor. You're not there. I don't think there are any.
Yep. What's left over?
Where's the leftover bit?
Minus remainder in initial odds calculation. -1.
Right. So that's another -1. So -2 then.
Yep. So -2 on the 2 to 1.
Oh, come on. Oh, 8 - 2 is 6.
So 6.
Oh, I lose.
It's a 1-1. So we both lose.
What we got? 6. No, that's 2-1.
No, look under 2 to 1. Oh, wait, hold on. No, it's 1-1. So 2 to 1 on flat and flat woods.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at this.
Oh,
getting my head. You've got to look at the right column, haven't you?
Yep. So you lose 1.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong one.
Yeah. I'm just looking at
2 to 1. Oh wait, 2 to 1.
1-1.
Yep, 1-1. So we both lose a unit.
Or reduce a unit, yeah?
Yep, reduce the unit. Yep.
That's no good.
Okay, and we got time for probably one more attack, which you only got one more attack to do anyways.
So we've got, I'll tell you what, Tone, I'm drinking a pint of beer here. I'm going to have to quickly have a comfort break. Talk to the peeps. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay, gotcha. So I will say there are a lot of modifiers, but generally once you kind of figure them out, most of them won't be effective. They won't affect it too much, but it's good fun for sure. Mitch has done a great job with this, and like I said, this scenario is really only really meant for learning to move and to fight and clearing operations. So it'll be interesting to see how things go with these units as we go through. So let me do this. Here we go. Oh, I don't like that. Here we go. Okay. Right here. Okay, so Ruff's taking a comfort break right now, but so one thing I want to say, so last weekend I was down in St. Louis. Mitch was having a really nice gathering of actually there were 9 YouTubers, podcasters, content creators that was in this group of about 20 or so, 20, 25. And so a lot of cool games. I got to see the Iran, as I mentioned earlier. I got to see the Next War Iran. And I got to play. So there were 7 of us playing the Greatest Day, the GTS. We played the first day scenario. We actually completed it. It was pretty cool. That was a lot of fun. Massively huge. It was actually, I thought it would take longer to clean up than it did. So it was actually really, really good. What that? So Mitch says, oh, no worries. So Mitch says, when you're done playing this scenario, you should play the tournament version. Same scenario, but uses, oh, cool. That's cool. Like as when you get done with once we get the advanced rules, there's like this scenario, but you use the advanced rules for for them. So
that's cool. I'm just saying it looks a lot of palaver at the moment with all these bits and pieces going on. But as I said earlier, once you do it a couple of times.
Well, that one went really fast. That one went a lot faster. Yep. So okay, let's go ahead back to it. Let's knock out this last one you got that set up right here.
Oh, I've got, you mean this? Hold on, let me see if I can remember. What is it? Alt, isn't it? Yeah. This one. Yeah.
Yep, that one.
So we've got.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to. So the last one, the 5. So there's 3 units in here.
Oh,
and 2 of them are the same formation.
Oh,
so you don't have to attack with all 3. You could choose just to attack with the 2 fourth guards.
Okay. Oh, by the way, what happens to me helicopter?
Oh, he goes back
to where he was. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now what we got here? You got.
Oh, historic wings. So historic wings is here.
Hi, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas. By the way, I'm going to tell you, Thomas, that this is nothing when it comes to the air power. This is the basic game. You would love the air power system in the advanced rules.
It's a little bit more crunchy, shall we say?
Yes, but not difficult. Just more choices for sure.
But I think once you learn the basic things like combat, movement, and all that, you've learned that it's in your head. You're okay with it. Adding a little bit more crunch doesn't matter because you've got the other stuff learned. You see.
Yeah, in combat resolutions, I love the column shifts with the die roll modifiers. I really do.
So that's different. Yeah.
It's good, and it's good. It's not just different to be different. It's good.
Yeah.
So in that hex, you have 3 different units. You have 2 armors that are part of the same formation, and then you have one. I want to say it's green. I'm telling you, it's green.
Oh, just tell me it's green. That's fine.
Yeah. So the 252 third is green. So that's a different formation. So you could just use the 2 from the fourth guards and not take that modifier for a different for the using a different formation.
Oh, I see. There's a disadvantage, isn't it? Because,
again, you have to add a +1 for each additional formation that you use.
I've also got this artillery up there, haven't I?
Yep. So you've got a support. It's within hexes. Yep, because it's within 5 hexes, so you'll be able to use that.
So we'll do that then. We'll use whatever color that is of the same. Is that?
It's blue.
Blue. Yeah. God, see, this one here is blue as well, isn't it? But it's a different blue. This one.
Yes, that's a lighter blue.
Yeah, I can see that. Right. God, it's so awkward. Right. So we've got 10. Is that right? 10 combat value. Are you there, Tone?
Yeah, hold on. I've just checking. They're canceling baseball practice tonight. Okay, good.
That's good. Time
that
for
is
a beer.
good.
Time
that
for
is
a
good.
beer. Yeah. yes.
So he's going to have practice 3 nights next week.
Oh, crikey. Yeah, thanks, Mitchell. Yeah, it's yes, he's quite right. So the stroke 3 is the same formation or whatever they after the stroke. Yeah, I sort of get that. It's just I just get the because I'm colorblind.
Yeah, and you got to rub that in all the time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, all I'm good for is a a sniper's observation person because we can tell shades better than.
Oh yeah. So the shadows, when there's a shadow and stuff.
So
like that.
Also, we know when the shade of the green isn't, or they know when the shade of the green isn't the same as the green. They're.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. No. That's our only use. We can't do anything else.
What do we got? So you're just going to use the 4th Guards tanks.
So yep. So that's 10.
Yep.
And you are in again in a.
I am in a town.
That's a town. That's a smaller one, isn't it?
Yep. That's the town. Yep. And the other terrain is flat.
So great. We're at the top. So that's 10. And what are you? You are. Now you've got 2 different formations there. So
that doesn't affect me.
You're just defending is defending. Yeah.
Yep. That is correct.
So you are 10 to 8. Oh, crikey. That's 1 1/4. So that's 1 to 1 with a bit left over. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we'll start with that.
Okay. So
efficiency. 1 to 1. So now we do the column shifts.
Oh, there they are. Right. So efficiency. Right. You're making me do this now, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I'm 6, but you're bloody 7.
Yes. No, this is a just a minute, Tim. This is a town because it's. Oh, wait, that is a town. Thank you. That is a town. Slovakia is a town. Thank you. I thought it was a city, so it is a city, not a town.
It's a city.
Yes, that's a city.
So it's urban.
Yeah. So the town. So you see where this guy right here?
Yeah.
That's a town. The yellow dot's the town.
Oh, the little dot. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, that's me. Sorry.
No worries. So that's a dot. This is a city.
Thanks, Timothy. That's made it worse. So we're down there. We've got another +1,
but it's not urban, so it's still flat.
Oh, it's still not. Oh, so explain to me, what is urban? That's a city, yeah.
Urban is if the whole thing is gray. So if we go down to ballot stock, back where we were, see how it's a darker background.
Right. Yes. Got the yes.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I'll take it back, Timothy.
Okay.
So
thank you, Tim. I missed that. Yep.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So it's still flat then. Is that right?
Yes, it's still flat. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So the city is so I'm defending a city. I get column shifts though, because it's a city.
So your efficiency is +1. So I'm now down to 1 to 2. Is that right?
See, we were 1 to 1, and then yes, it's down to
1 to 2.
1 to 2. Yes.
Attacks into city, which that is, yes.
Yes.
Blimey, that's off the scale. That's less than 1 to 3.
Okay, but if you look, it's on column 5, so it's not as bad as if it was an urban like it was earlier.
Sure, right.
And that's what I'm just going to tell you. So right now we're at 1 to 3.
1 to 3, and surprise, no. Exploitation combat, no. I can't go any more anyway to the left.
But you can go to the right, though.
I know. Artillery. Here we go. We've got the artillery.
Yep.
So that's 1 back, isn't it?
Yep.
1 to 2.
1 to 2.
That's it. Now, what's next? We've got attack helicopters. Oh, yeah, we're going to send in the attack helicopter, I think.
Yep. So you're going to send in the big gun there?
The big one, yeah. So
and we already know it doesn't go over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plop. 1 to 2. Let's have a look.
Yep, we follow. So
nowhere.
Yep.
No. Well, it's good. Mitch is right. Follow the sequence of play. There is no air support or air points left. Sorry. Now it's your air defense. I understand.
Yep. So basically, I just get a. I got to take a look. I think I got a. Yep, I got a mechanized unit in there. So I get a -1 to this die roll, and I get a 9. So you're fine.
That's cool. That's good. I like to hear. That's that bit over with. Determined DRMs. So that's down there. Combat support. So I get a -1 for the helicopter.
You get -2.
Why?
Because it's a 212.
Oh, the first number. Right.
Yep.
Gotcha. So we're now up to 1.5 to 1. Is that right?
Nope, not column shifts. This is DRM.
Oh, of course. This is what I always because there's both.
Yeah, there's both.
Yep. Forgetting. Yeah. So that's a plus or -2. -2. Standard air. No airport. No. So we're on the generals. Not attacking from lots of hexes. No mounted infantry. Infantry. I think that's it, actually.
The other remainder. You forget about your remainder.
Oh, yes. Again, it's something I've got to get used to.
Okay, hold on a second. Tim, he can only maximum use 2 helicopters to support the attack. So that's why he could not use another one.
Well,
technically, they do get 2 missions per turn, but he can use them in another attack later on in the turn. Because of the initiative, he gets multiple attacks.
Of course, yes.
Yep. So that's why because you can only do 2 supports. Now, if he wanted to send 3, just in case I were to happen to roll on my defense table, he could have, but the max he could have used would be 2 DRMs. So you technically could have sent all 3. But the odds are not there for the reason it would have been a waste.
Yeah.
So okay. So what did we figure out? So -2, -3.
Is that with the remainder?
Yes, with the remainder. Yep.
-3 then, I think.
Yeah, because it's a city. So yeah.
It's
a -3 on the 1 to 2.
1 to 1.
A 1 to 2.
No, I think I came down because of the helicopter.
You went down to 1 to 3, but you only have 1 artillery. So your column shifts, you only had 1 artillery unit.
Is that it? Oh,
yeah.
What am I doing? 1 to 2. I'm sure we're down to 1 to 1.
Because it started 1 to 1. And then I got 2 for being, because you're attacking into a city.
Yeah.
So that brought it down to 1 to 3.
Yeah. Couldn't go
and you only went to the right once. For the 1 arty.
Okay. And the helicopter's a DRM, right?
Yes.
So it's 1 to 2 with a, what was it, -3?
3. Yep.
Right, here we go. I'll get there in the end, Tone,
Oh, no worries. Hey, I had to do this so much. So yeah.
4
minus
3.
So it's a 1 on the 1 to 2.
Oh,
it's a 1-2.
Damn, I didn't get away scot-free. Okay, so he flies back over there.
I got to turn off that too.
Yeah, it has to be one of those, won't it? One I've used, of course, not one of the ones I didn't use. There we go.
Reduce and reduce. Okay. Now that is paratroopers. I'm not going to worry about it. I think.
Oh, didn't that's light infantry, isn't it?
Yeah. So it'd be a +1. So instead of a 1-2, it'd be a 1-1R. Okay. So yeah, it'd be a 1-1R. So it'd be only a -2. You rolled a 4.
No, I rolled a 4. Yeah,
4, and it would be -2. So it'd be the 2 on the 1 to 2. So it's a 1-1R.
instead of a 1-2. Right.
Yep.
Gotcha. So a retreat out from one of your units, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Possibly. I'm gonna hold on. Give me a
Oh,
second.
you've got that city thing again, haven't you? Yes.
Yeah, so I can roll it. Why is reinforced? There we go. So I took it off my lead unit, but it's still the lowest ER. So it's a 5. So I have to get a 5 or less.
5 or less, right.
And I get a 6.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
I go back. And
is it both units retreat or just one?
Both. I'm pretty sure it's both of them.
Okay. I'm not
Thanks, Mitch. Hey, Mitch said that's a great result for a 1-2 attack. By the way.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mitch. We're going to probably finish up here pretty soon anyway.
Yeah,
so
really appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes. We'll let you know when we're back on, and you can correct me again.
But it's nice. He does it nicely. He's such a
no. Mitch is a good guy. He wants to make sure it's played right, and I appreciate that. So
hi, Dwayne. I think you're at the last knock-ins, but welcome.
Okay. So now that you successfully attacked,
is there advance after combat?
Yes, you may. I always use that word may. Now this would be ridiculous.
I don't think I will. Looking at your units around there, no.
Yeah. Well, that's a victory point hex.
All right, it's been reduced. It'll probably get lost, but I've got some roundabouts. So
yes, but here you go. Since it's a city, and I'm looking at that real quick. I got to look at that real quick here. You have to pull a clearing.
Hold on, I've moved the wrong. Where is the city? Of course, I'm moving the wrong one like a fool. So that do I turn that over?
No, not yet. You haven't got control of it.
Oh, we got that clearing thing, haven't we?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now another question, Tony. The other formation that wasn't the same color.
Yep.
Does that move in as well?
No, because that was not part of the attack.
That's what I thought. Right. Let me just get that then.
When the defender vacates an urban city or installation hex, the unit is required to advance, and all units which the attacker elects to advance to leave into the hex are placed in the hex under a clearing marker. So do you see up on the top?
Clearing.
Clearing. Click on that and open that up.
Yeah.
Now pull one off. They're random, so just pull one off.
Gotcha.
And then put it on top.
On top
of the units.
There you go.
Yep, right there.
I do like this bit because there's no guarantee I've actually got control of that.
Got it. Yeah.
Because the civilians and the partisans and all that might have the ump.
Okay, here we go. So for clearing, I want to make sure I do this right.
That's done now, is it?
No, I just want to make sure and see if we flip it now or later.
That would be in the old sequence of play, I dare say.
Yes, I'm looking at the rules on that.
Okie dokie.
Go ahead and flip it, by the way.
Oh, what now?
Yeah, you can flip it now.
Well, that's not good, is it?
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good, is it? A high number's not good, is it?
Yeah, we're going to see. Subtract the clearing rating on the marker from the lead ERs and add the difference. Actually, it's not bad because of how high your efficiency rating is. So they go to the efficiency rating. So you have your 1 is a 6. So that's good.
So explain to me what that number means in the clearing counter.
Okay, so when we get to that point, I'm just going to go over it. You're going to subtract the clearing number on the marker, so the 6, from the lead unit's efficiency rating. So that's a 0. So that's a 6. So it's a 0.
Yeah.
Add the difference is the DRM. If the R is higher than the clearing number, it's a positive. If it's lower, it's a negative. let's see here. If the unit or stack does not have at least as many stack points as specified for the where's the clear text table? Make sure.
I hope this is helping new players, because it's certainly helping me.
Yep. So the clearing operations, the city is you have to have 3 minimum safe stacking points, which is 3 for a city. When we get to it, it's a negative DRM.
I've got to have 3 units in there, have I?
3 stacking points. So the nice thing is you can technically, before we do this, because this is done after all the movement, you can move more units in there.
Good. I was going to say, because I haven't got the stacking points at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. And it's only a negative DRM.
I know.
So,
I know.
It's one of those.
I can move that formation that I couldn't control with the other 2 into that and make it more than 3. Yeah, I get you. Right.
Exactly. Let's see here. When an urban or city hex contains installations, well, there's no installations in this one. So because some of them there are installations, those would be like air base, a fort, stuff like that. They can be in multiple. You can have multiple things in there, but there isn't. If the stack of the unit clearing contains mechanized infantry unit, which it does, because that's what you have in there, right?
Well, no, that's just it's just armor.
But you can move that. You'd have that mechanized.
How do we do the old red circly thing?
Alt.
Oh,
Alt and click.
Alt and click. That's it. Gotcha. That one there.
So if you move that one in there, it will give you a +1.
Great. Okay.
And then you roll, and if it's higher or lower, if it's equal to or greater than the clearing number, the clearing operation is successful, and the control of hex is officially passed. If the clearing operation fails and you don't have the minimum stacking points, were not present, the clearing player takes a step loss. Well, moving that unit in there would give you that.
Would stop that happening. Great.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, I mean, it's one of those things that, hey, it gives you that that city fighting that would happen, in there.
Yeah.
So, which is one of the things. Okay, so that was actually the last combat that you could do, because nothing else is adjacent.
No, that's it. Yeah.
So back to the sequence of play. So now, we have reaction movement, elite reaction movement segment, because we're done with the combat, right? You see where that's at?
Yeah, elite reaction movement sequence, yeah.
Yep. So the non-initiative player, me, all 6, 7, or 8 efficiency units not in an EZOC can move. Unlike all other movement segments, air, mobile, and sea and transport are not allowed. So anything that's not in a zone of control, I can move, and I can move into the zone of control if I need to. So what I think I'm going to do, I can't combat, so that's that.
No, it's just movement, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep, just movement, and it has to be 6, 7, or 8 efficiencies. And I think I've only got like 1. I do. I only have 1. And that's this para, the one.
Oh, that para in Aleppo.
Yep. So I think I'm going to move him in the Ballet sock to help fortify. Yeah. Okay. So that segment's done. So exploitation movement segment. The initiative player, the initiative player performs exploitation movement. Any units not in an enemy's ZOC may move up to their full allowance. So you get to move now.
So I can move that 252.
Yep, because it's not in the EZOC right now.
No,
that's correct.
Move that into here.
Yep.
And that satisfies the stacking and the mechanized infantry thing. Right. Do I need to move anything else? I think we will. Let's start. What we got here? That's artillery. That's got a range of 1, 2, 3. That's fine there.
Hey, Braun, how's it going? I know. Braun wanted next war.
He won this, didn't he? He won. Was it the Poland one he won?
I think it was the Korea one.
Was it the Korea one? Right.
Yep.
So, evening, Brunt. I'm learning it. I'm being taught.
Yeah. So you may want to bring in closer your arty, but as long as they're within range of what you think you're going to attack, then you're fine.
I think now, can we move artillery into cities?
Yes. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me look. I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, cities, because that's an in-terrain effect. So it's not a whole thing. So you're actually on the outsides of the city.
So we're in the rough bit of that terrain, of that hex, right?
Yeah. So a rough, and that is a mechanized, it would cost 3 movement points, but you have 8. So that's not a problem. The road, though, that is a primary road. I always hate secondary. So that would actually only be half the points because it was on the road. It's a half movement point if you're on the road. On a primary, actually primary or highway. So the yellow or the red roads, I don't see any secondary roads on here. Let's see if I can find this.
This road here is a primary road, yeah?
Yes, any of the brown, red would be fine. I don't see any secondary roads here.
Yeah, they all look main roads to me.
Yeah.
So,
I think the secondary roads are white, and they're all over India, Pakistan. All over that map.
So I think
my assumption is they're dirt roads. Hey, Berticelli's here.
Hey, Mike. So I think I'll just move this 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to move this up 1. I think I'm not going to go off road. And this has got 5, 1, 2, 3. I think the rocket artillery is fine, and these down in the Belarus units are fine. I think that. I just so through the what's that? That's flat, isn't it? That's classed as flat.
It's flat woods. It's 2 for the mech.
And they've got 8. So I think we'll pop them on there. 1, 2, 4. There we go. Build them up a bit.
I think you've moved everybody that can be
moved. That's it. Yes, sorry. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, wait, you have this guy way up here.
Oh, crikey, the one I reduced because he was out the way. Yep. So we'll bring him down then. We'll go.
Try to get him closer to like these guys here because they're the same. It's the same blue.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I can see it's darker, the artillery. Yep. So half 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. What we got here? Guards. There. Right. Okay.
Okay. That looks like everything for you that you would move.
Yeah.
Okay. So exploitation combat. Are you going to do any combat?
No.
This is the one with the 2 columns.
This is the 2 column shift. Get out. I tell you what, the odds in this particular scenario aren't great, are they? For either side.
You could probably get the Ballet stock is a little tough, but all the rest of them have a good possibility.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Reaction movement. So that's me. I may move any or all of my units up to the extent of the transport. And so this is any or all, even if they're in ZOCs.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... let's move this. We're going to start moving here, and then to here. We're going to take this guy, and he's going to move into here. That's one nice thing about being the Allied side is I don't have to worry about mixing countries.
Really? I thought there was something about because you speak different languages, the French and the Spanish and the Brits.
what was I could have swore I read that isn't a problem here because they're NATO troops, so they're going to have the stuff.
All right,
let me see here. I'm not going to. Let's see here. Oh yeah, does not apply to NATO. Okay, so those are NATO forces.
Oh, it doesn't, right? Okay, but they use lots of hand gesticulation.
But NATO is different,
right?
NATO, yeah, okay, U.S. So yeah, it doesn't apply to NATO.
But the Americans, you can't be bothered to learn any other languages.
That's correct. So
just
you got to learn English.
Shout very loudly.
Yeah. So they got to learn English.
Okay, yeah, I knew there was something about that. Yeah, so it's just the US that have problems, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to leave him as a roadblock, but we're going to move him this way. And I think I've moved everybody I am going to move, as I don't have that much right now. I do have stuff coming on, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's done. And so then we are on to reaction combat segment. This would be for me to combat you. And that does not seem like a good idea.
Oh, go on.
Does not seem like a good idea to me. So that's that. So then we'd go on to our basic, but we've been going for 2 hours. So
let's go already. Blimey.
Well, I spent a good 45 minutes kind of,
but it's whiz past.
Yeah. The 2 hours? Yeah, I can't believe it's 2 hours already. Well, I would have had to stop a little while ago if it wasn't if I would have had to go to baseball practice. But we've had the floods of Noah lately. The rains of Noah. So today. So no baseball practice today. So there we go. So you know what? Next Friday we'll continue on.
And we're going to start with a basic movement and combat phase. Yeah.
We'll start with the basic movement and combat, and then it'll fly through at that point. Because
we should be a bit faster. Well, I hope that's helped anybody that's thinking of playing the game. It certainly helped me.
Yeah, I'm glad. So it's definitely really cool. I do like the system a lot, and like I was saying, this particular scenario is good for learning movement, combat, and clearing operations.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the movement, that's just like everything. You just got to look at the colors and stuff like that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, and the terrain, usual stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, usual stuff. But the combat, as you see, it's different.
Who's mentioned his name 3 times? He turns up again right at the end.
Yeah, he's got work to do, so
I
that's
know,
usually what it is. But yeah, so this scenario, the combat is different, but not crazy different.
No. The thing that's throwing me, sorry, Tone, say the thing that's throwing me is you've got column shifts, then you have to do DRMs. So,
but as Mitch said, follow this sequence of play.
Thing. Yeah,
and you won't forget it. So, plus for some reason we're on different. Things are located differently for some reason.
Yeah, well,
I think mine are from the first edition, and you have the second edition.
Yeah. It's basically the same thing, just different wording.
Mitch Land, not lock and load. Jester, it's Mitch Land. GMT.
Yeah, next war Poland. Yeah, GMT.
Yes. Yeah, no, next war. This is great, Ruff. This was wonderful. This was
brilliant. I really appreciate you taking the time and the patience to teach old Ruff.
I have all the patience in the world. It really.
I do when I teach.
I think the game is worth teaching. I really do, because once you go through it once or twice, especially the combat, it's good. There's not much to it once you get it done because those last couple times. We were just flying. We were going right through it, and it'll get even better. So it's pretty cool when
it's one of those games you go through a couple of turns and you're racing through it. Brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. So
good job I wasn't picking my nose then when you flash back to the camera.
I always look to make sure nobody or they are or are not in a problem. So
in a thingy predicament.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. I hope everybody enjoyed that. And if you haven't got it or you've got it and you're like frightened to have a go at it, give it a go. Because if I can understand it, anybody can.
I got this saved. So thanks everybody for coming up. Or your butt. Mike says, or your butt. So.
It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for everyone.
But thanks everybody for coming out. I hope you really enjoyed it. We will be continue on with it because I do want to get to the advanced game scenario sometimes. But I'm going to finish this one all the way through. Yeah. There's some stuff we need to go through still. But again, this is a great scenario for learning those basics.
Interested to learn the naval, the naval stuff because I couldn't get my head around it.
I'll have to go through these because there are. Before we get to there are 6 scenarios before you can get before the advanced scenarios, and I know each one adds a little bit more to it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's up to the peeps that watch. You know, if they get fed up with it, we can do something else. You know,
and then we can always come back too.
Always come back to it.
Mm-hmm. So I think there's one in what we may do is there's one scenario I think in India, Pakistan, and I would send you that information. But it's just the air part, the advanced.
Oh, right. The advanced stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I'd love to do that just to get that part down.
There's no naval stuff in the India-Pakistan one, is there?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's why they say it's the best one to start with, but you can't get it.
Yeah, it's I love it. It's great. It's fun. Yeah. It's a blast. So, but thanks, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Looks like everybody did. So, but yeah, next Friday we should be continuing on.
Carrying on, and it should whiz through a little bit better.
Yes, definitely. And we can just jump right into it. We don't have to worry about different things. So I've got to go get the kids fed. We are luckily no baseball practice, as I said, which is kind of cool.
So you can chill out.
Not really. I was hoping it would have been. Well, I would have liked baseball practice as long as the weather was good, because it would have been fun. I'm not coaching, but Sean's playing, so I would be sitting watching.
Dad's got to be there to cheer him on. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for coming out, and we will see you guys later. Bye.
And don't forget tomorrow, the War Room.
Yep. I'm out of it tomorrow because of soccer tomorrow, and family events. So
it'll be me, Jester, and we've got Nerd Workshop.
Okay, cool. Good. Oh yeah, I always love Nerdy on there. He's always entertaining.
And he's talking about the GMT weekend as well because he was there with.
Oh Mike, yeah, because that happened this last weekend. Yeah. Identity. Yep. So, I'm not sure what the topic
is until 5 minutes before the show, Thomas, because that's how it goes. But we will be talking about the GMT weekend, I think, because Nerdy's got pictures maybe, and you can talk all about it. And let you know.
Sounds good.
See you then. Yeah.
See you guys tomorrow, or good luck tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Bye everyone.